All right, welcome to this episode with the Johnson Group in Savannah, Georgia. I'm Erin.
I'm Ashley.
I'm Andrea.
I'm Morgan.
And I'm Cathy.
And this channel is all about buying and selling and relocating to anywhere in coastal Georgia. We're here to help you and to answer any questions that you may have that come up in the buying and selling process. And we kind of just talk about the area and everything else that comes up in between. You'll get the picture. If you missed our last episode, you can check it out here in the show notes. I will link all the previous episodes and then a couple of interesting sites and links and things that we've mentioned during this episode. So let's dive right in. We're going to talk today about the current market because yesterday the Fed announced that we were going to have a 0.25% lowering of the Federal Reserve's interest rate, which doesn't necessarily mean that the homeowners borrowing rate went down. So we're going to talk about that. And we're also going to talk about our predictions for 2026. So, Ashley, what are you seeing on the listing side?
Well, this past weekend actually was really busy for us in real estate. Like one of the first busy weekends we've had in a few weeks. I actually was over the weekend and Monday night. Monday night, I had three offers come in on three different properties. From about the time I got home at like 5:30 until after we got kids to bed, I was working on the computer, which was great.
That's awesome. No, the past like 3 weeks, what's it been like?
A little slower.
Like one offer a weekend,
Yeah, one offer a weekend.
maybe.
Not three in a day. Like that was a
Is that normal
great
for December?
I actually was having this conversation with my dad the other day. I threw my crystal ball away. It wasn't working. I got mad. Just like normally I can say, hey, like, I mean, go back to I've been doing this for, a year or two. Um,
No, really. How many years have you been doing it?
I started in 2013. So you go back to like our normal December. Yeah, December is historically a decent month. This December for us is better than we've had in like 3 years, maybe four.
Yeah, our numbers are great. But we're also, what about like traffic into the listings? Are we getting a decent amount of traffic?
Yeah, traffic seems to be picking up. Obviously, like Thanksgiving week, of course, was slower, but people are traveling and whatnot. But yeah, things are picking up and people are going to see things. And I think we're getting more calls on the listings and more buyers, and our buyers agents are busy also.
What about you, Cathy, on the buyer side? I know you've had quite a bit.
Yeah, I've had a lot of traffic pickup. I've got folks who are looking at life transitions. That tends to be where I'm seeing a lot of people calling and saying, hey, we're buying our first home, or hey, we're downsizing, or hey, my kid's graduating. I can now live anywhere where I don't have to worry about it. I'm seeing a
Oh,
lot of
that's the
that,
dream.
right? Right.
You're never leaving. Don't get your hopes up.
I know. I'm just
No.
joking. I mean, I'll stay here, but I wouldn't really mind a house like on the beach somewhere or somewhere where it stays warm.
Yeah, this weather has been lovely here the last
Oh,
couple weeks.
Yep.
The
Well,
It's so
sun's
cold, but at
out
least the sun
today.
is out. The sun
Yep,
is out.
sun is out today.
yep.
it's
I can
out so
tell
much
you,
I had to close my blinds.
after the past few days, there's no way I could live in like Seattle.
No. Or
It wasn't fun.
England.
Right, I
Oh
was
yeah,
gonna say
you
the
lived in
UK.
there. Ugh.
My kids were so bored they were building bike ramps in the rain.
Yeah.
But like I just needed the sunshine. Like I was like, can we just have like a peep
Just a
of the
second.
sunshine? Just a second. Like I need to put on I put on my sunglasses the other day and somebody was like, Ashley, it's not even sunny. I was like, I know, but
It makes me feel
Well,
better.
I took a picture outside the other night. It's the first time I'd seen stars in like 2 weeks. And then of
yeah,
course wake up the next morning and it was sucked in gray again. But
Ugh,
you know,
that sucks.
it does.
That's
But
not
it's
normal for here.
no,
Like
that
no,
it's nice
not at
and
all.
sunny here today.
that's
And
why
it'll
we're
be
all
70s.
overreacting.
Yes, it'll be 70s this weekend. So
Oh, amazing. I
Yes.
am looking forward to it.
So I think it
Um,
makes it easier for people to. I know I've seen agents running, like Andrea's run in and out, going to showings.
yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely picked up. And I think overall, in general, as a whole, like I know we're going to talk about 2026, but 2025 was better than 2024. Like it
Hmm.
doesn't
Yeah, we
matter
met our
what the
goals.
interest, yeah, and it doesn't matter what the interest rate was. Like if you look at
Mm-mm.
industry numbers overall, more houses were sold in 2025 than 2024. So,
Yeah, we sold more houses this year. Our goal obviously was set higher as you do years moving along, and we did more this year than last year. So, and we're going to hopefully do more in 2026
Hopefully do
than
more
we
in
did this year.
2026. Exactly. Well, I think, if somebody says, hey, sit back and wait, like there's never the perfect time to buy a
Mm-mm.
house.
I think
Like,
it's just a matter of figuring out what works. I know that me as an agent, I've gotten better about strategering, building
Strategically.
building a strategy that works best for my buyers. Whether that be looking at new construction or something like that, where they're offering a better interest rate opportunity. Um, that's been a route that I've taken with several buyers this year. It's not perfect for everybody, and not everybody wants that, but sometimes it's just the best way to get that your foot in the door.
oh,
Oh yeah.
exactly.
So for 2026, I'm reading like one of the predictions that one of the news sources says that they predict the Fed is going to lower the interest rate 1 to 2 points in early 2026. What do we think? Do we
That
think
does
it's going to
not
happen?
mean that it means that the rates to buy a house are going to come down 1 to 2%. I think that is
Yes.
a huge confusion to a ton of people because I have people call me all the time. They're like, I'm going to wait to buy because I saw on the news. And I'm like, no, 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 no,
Yes.
back up. In
Preach,
our
Ashley.
world, that means that it might come down a quarter of a point, if that. Like it's not going to be a like 1 to 2% drop. We're not going back to the threes, y'all.
No,
We just
it's
had
not
an agent
happening.
here, and we just had an agent here in the office a few minutes ago. Her parents called her and said, "We heard rates are going to be in the threes," and she's like, "Who said?" She's like, "We saw it online."
Yeah, no, they lie. All
Actually, I
right.
did meet with one of my agents because we do agent one-on-ones. The agents and I, we have what's called an agent success plan. And we meet once a week. And I was talking to one of my agents earlier today, and she got one of her buyers who was going to have to walk away from a new construction deal. And the builder actually bought the buyer's rate down to 3.9% to keep the
Wow.
deal together. Yeah.
Mhm.
So
That's awesome.
That is
not
one thing.
unheard of.
Builders are hungry right now.
They
Well,
Mhm.
are.
it's end of the quarter, like your end of the year, end of the quarter, and they're just trying to offload inventory before 2026. So you can get all kind of deals at the end of the year. And I think savvy buyers know that. And you wait for that spring rush to pass, and then you hit the deals at the end of the year, just
Mhm.
like you would buying a car. So
Oh
Right.
Yeah.
yeah.
And just going into 2026, like we're already gearing up in December. So that means a lot of these buyers will be purchasing in January or
January,
February.
February. Correct.
So those months are already ramping up. So if you wait to buy until spring and, end of April, May, June, you are now competing with everybody else that's
Everybody.
trying to buy. So it's gearing
Correct.
up to be an even better year, even busier year. But my suggestion would be to get in earlier rather than later.
Definitely. And if you are thinking about moving in like March and April, now is not too early to start looking.
Mm-mm.
Like I
Nope.
had somebody write an offer the other day and they said, when is the best time for your seller to close? Because they're in a lease until March. And they were like, hey, we're flexible. What does your seller need? And my seller's moving out of state. And they were like, oh, that's pretty awesome. Yeah, we'll take up extra 2 weeks that we didn't think we were going to get. So I think
So
encouraging your buyers to start looking now because you don't know what you're going to get.
yeah, it says that 2026 is the year of the downsizer, is the prediction from Wire. They're thinking that all of the baby boomers that have had their house forever, that were kind of like on the fence, have reached a point where they don't want to wait anymore. So you're going to get a lot of those houses that are rolling onto the market this year, because the interest rate, we've kind of settled into the idea that this interest rate's not going anywhere. Like, it may
Hmm.
come down and go up a little bit, but really, does a half a point move the needle that much? Not really. I mean, it's a couple $100, if that. Depending on, I mean, your price point obviously makes a huge
It's like,
difference.
I mean, it can make a really big difference.
It
Hmm.
can, depending on, but
But you can refinance if it lowers that much, that significantly,
yes.
but you're not
It
gonna
goes
find
back to
that
the old
house.
saying, marry the house and date the
Oh my
rate.
gosh, that is one of my least favorite things that have come out of the internet in
I also
24,
think that
25. Oh,
people like to see that the one number down, even if it went from 7.1 to 699, they like to see that
Yep.
number like in the sixes or in the fives, or like it just
if we go to
makes you happy.
599, I feel like if we hit 599, we are going to get a crap ton of people that are going to be
I've seen
like,
a
let's
lot in the
sell.
fives lately. I think if we
Hmm.
hit 499, you'll see a lot of people that
Mm-hmm.
are like
But on
The
like
gone
the
government.
significant.
but the national thing, like, so like Zillow mortgage app, and then I have another one from Bank South mortgage app, and like all of those still say like 6.06, 6.1, 6 point, it's at six something. But as soon as
Well,
their
the
app starts doing the 5.9s, then you're gonna get a
yeah, the
ton of
government
Yeah.
them.
loans are running around 5.7, 5.8.
Yeah, I
So the
think
Yeah.
government
it's
loans are down there.
like
Yeah.
good to like talk to your lender about that, because like my last few deals that have closed, they've been in the fives, and they've been VA
Hmm.
That's
loans,
awesome.
and like 5.5, 5.35, like, and it's a matter of like talking to your lender about what you need, and they can work magic sometimes in like negotiating those rates and stuff. So, I mean, I wouldn't get stuck on, oh, the interest rate's at 7 or the interest rate's at 6. Like, you can definitely talk to your lender and like work some of that out to, give you the happy 5 or what
Happy
what
five.
have you.
And I think
And
Well,
that
I mean, like the happy 4 or the happy 5, like whatever, makes you feel
Makes you
warm and
happy.
fuzzy inside. I think
makes
that
you happy.
like you can definitely like I think
Work
people
it.
are
Yeah.
worried that they read so much on the internet, and whatever's on the internet, it's definitely true. So they get wrapped up in that instead of like actually talking to the people who can make that happen. And then like it scares them away. And
Oh, definitely. And we do have great lender partner relationships that you can talk to somebody that we trust, and you don't have to go through like a whole entire pre-approval process to have a conversation with a lender.
Mm-mm. Nope.
I think also year of the like downsizing that Erin was talking about makes so much sense because I feel like life is so gotten so crazy and so hectic. And I feel like even, you know, traditional households are looking to like slow down a little bit and not be, not spend all their money on their house and travel more and, do other things. So that makes sense like all around.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
Like people are like, oh, what do I want to do out of life? Yeah.
and there's a lot of baby boomers that have reached that point. Most of their kids have graduated and are graduating from college, and they just have realized, that there's a different stage of life that they're in, and they feel like, oh, okay, now's the time. Um, in
We're seeing it
our
with Gen
area,
Xers too, because Gen
yeah,
Xers are graduating. I'm a Gen Xer. We're graduating our kids out, and but we're still happy, healthy, ready to hit the ground running for our second adult life. And so a lot of us don't want to be encumbered with a big old house. There's
yeah,
the
or a big old
downsizers
mortgage.
or a
You
big
ready to
old
be a super
mortgage.
adult?
Yeah, something like that. Someday.
That's funny.
It's a good laugh. I had a closing with one of my clients who actually is a year older than my son, and he has bought property, but he bought a house, and a little while later we sold the house, and he was here at the office signing his closing documents, and he needed like his social security number or something, and he was like, I have to call my mom. And I was like, why? And he's like, because she's a super adult and she knows that. So now we
Where does that
laugh.
phrase come from?
That's what he said when he was like, I have to
He
call my
made it
mom.
up.
She's a super adult. I was like, you're an adult. And he's like, yeah, but she's a super adult.
Okay. So we're going to start the new phrase, super adult.
Super adult. Well, Parrish's heat quit working and she called me and I didn't answer. So she called Morgan to see what she should do instead of calling like a HVAC company. She was like, I need to talk to a super adult.
Which it makes me, it's funny, but at the same time, like in my 20s, I mean, I called my mom for everything. So I get
Hmm.
that, but because she was a super adult.
Super
Yeah.
adult. Yeah.
All right. I have some nerd stats for you just to throw in because y'all know I like some nerd stats, right? In 2024, the average 30-year interest rate swung more than 50 times. So it changed 50 times and sometimes multiple times during the day in 2024, which I
Yeah, I was
find
fixing to say
fascinating.
there's 52 weeks in a year. I mean, that average, that's a once a week swing.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's a
Um,
ton.
so 80% of homeowners have a rate below 5%, and 60% of those are at 4% or
Wow.
less. I did not realize that that statistic was that high. Like, that's a lot of people.
Because even if people didn't move, they'd refinance
They
probably
Yep.
refinanced.
when the
Oh,
rates
a
went down that
hundred
low.
percent. And if you weren't thinking about refinancing your lender or any somebody was blowing you up, like
Yep.
calls and letters in the mail of, hey, you need to refinance, you need to refinance.
Yes,
They were
constantly.
sending people to your house to help you sign the papers. Remember all that
Oh, I remember.
craziness? Yeah.
Yep.
Nuts.
It's the golden handcuffs that people can't
Hmm.
move into, even downsize to a smaller, less expensive home because the interest rate, that low 3% interest rate's keeping them locked into their I mean, that's what I'm doing in my big old house. I'm not going to need my big old house, but yet I have it because and I'll keep it for a while because I'm not going
It's
to be able
cheaper
to
to live
beat
in
it
it.
anywhere else.
It's cheaper to
It's
live there
cheaper to
than
live in
yeah.
it.
In Georgia, monthly payments are up 34 to 40% depending on the county. FAFSA says that. That's interesting. Monthly payments are up, so like rental payments. So as your interest rates went up, so did the rental rates.
Hmm.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all my nerd stats for today.
That's all your nerd stats for today.
Yes. I don't know if it kept recording. My timer started over to 1 minute and 19 seconds. So I'm really hoping this is just going to add it on and not start
Mine's showing
recording it.
17,
Oh,
17
Yeah,
good.
mine
minutes.
Okay. So
too.
maybe it's just
Yeah.
mine then. Whew, okay.
Just say you're
Wrapping it up.
ending.
Yes. All right. We ready?
For all that to be said, I think all use. I've been around Andrea
All
too
yous
much.
guys.
All use guys.
Like my cousin Vinny, I posted the reel today.
I was talking
I
to Andrea
laughed out
earlier
loud.
and uh, I need that. I'm gonna get that out of the draw. And I was like, what? But anyways, I've apparently talked to you too much, you guys. I think for all y'all to remember, we are all still working throughout the holidays, and that's when most people are off work and it's easy to go look at houses. We are all still here and working, and the local lenders that we work with are also still working. So don't be
Mhm.
like, oh God, I love this house, but it's 2 days after Christmas. I don't want to call and bother anybody, or I don't have a pre-approval letter yet. We can help you with all of that. Like, call us, we'll
Mhm.
get you set up to go look at houses. If y'all are sitting at home on your couch looking at houses, we might be doing the same thing.
There's a really good chance.
Yep. Likely.
All of us are looking every day at
Yeah.
houses.
Yep.
Houses. Yep.
All right. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to get local information, our thoughts and feelings on the real estate market, and just kind of see what we're up to.
And
And be sure
follow
to
us for
check
our
out.
giveaways.
Yes, we have lots of giveaways. So make sure you follow us on Facebook and Instagram to get our latest giveaway information as well.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to view these videos and other ones we put out.